sit down with that person and navigate the conversation in a way that you're able to get them to admit that they're in over their head. This will be the most tricky part from my perspective, because people, by and large, do not want to admit that they're failing or not capable of something. Hey, how's it going? It has been a while since I made a video like this, but I just got off a phone call with a friend of mine who was asking for some guidance, and I thought, hey, this would probably make some good content that maybe all of you might like to see. So the situation at hand, this person is responsible for managing a fairly large business, and one of his district managers is in over his head. He's really been struggling. This morning, I guess there was some sort of a meltdown. He wants to sit down and have a conversation with the person and really figure out how to transition them out and bring someone in that's capable of taking the business to the next level. The additional layer of complexity here is the fact that they've been friends for a very long time. While that does add a challenging dynamic to the situation, it's not insurmountable by any means. So here's my advice for a situation like that. Sit down, have a face-to-face conversation with the person. A lot of times this can be very scary, especially if there's a long-standing friendship, but it's what you have to do. Sit down with that person and navigate the conversation in a way that you're able to get them to admit that they're in over their head. This will be the most tricky part from my perspective, because people, by and large, do not want to admit that they're failing or not capable of something. Going into the conversation knowing that is very important, because you can come prepared with specific examples and data points and say, hey, well, this happened here, this happened here, this happened here. We're seeing a trend. What's going on? What is the problem? Once you get them to actually acknowledge the fact that maybe they are in over their head, you've got two choices. You can put a plan of action in place to start coaching and training and mentoring that person, or you replace that person with somebody that can come in and hit the ground running and take your business to the next level. Now, there's pros and cons to each approach. This person wanted to go the route of bringing somebody new in and transitioning him out. Okay, cool. The way that conversation goes is really, once they've admitted that they're in over their head, then start talking through, hey, let's put a plan together to transition him out and someone else in. This is not me firing you today. This is, hey, we're going to start looking for somebody else that can fill this role. And oh, by the way, I've got friends and connections over here in this company or this business that are actually needing somebody with your skill set. So what you're doing is you're showing that you genuinely care, but that you also have a business to run. That caring piece is very, very important to this conversation. Showing that you're willing to help them transition out, you're willing to help them find something else is going to go a very long way. At the end of the day, you've got a business to run. You've got some sort of relationship here that you want to maintain. In my experience, this approach will work out best for you in the end. If any of you have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to me online or shoot me a text message or email. Happy to have these types of conversations, okay? That's really what it comes down to. Go out there, get it done, and y'all have a good one.